Great morning. Wanted to look a little bit into Jared Kushner. He's got all these lawsuits pending now against him. He's been a slum landlord for so long, and so now he's getting a ton of lawsuits. Well, in the center of it all, I wanted to pull an oracle, and it says, seek the lesson. Okay? Seek the lesson. But I don't think he's so good in looking at lessons. There's going to be some offers made, okay, in all these lawsuits. And he's going to find out he needs to temper himself, okay, from what he's been doing. He buys up these properties and then he makes the conditions unlivable for people. He will put big garbage dumps by the buildings, everything to get rid of these people, and then he'll tear it down and build up a different complex, okay? Either that or he just keeps absolute slum conditions, okay? So lots and lots of lawsuits coming up. Underneath of it, the foundation is this is something he can't manipulate and control. And Trump cannot help him in this. It's my card for Trump, okay? He's not going to be able to manipulate this situation. It's becoming a bit overwhelming for him now. Cups overflowing. We've got the card of the pain in the heart. It's, emotionally this is becoming overwhelming. Because he may be going the way of his daddy. His daddy wound up in prison, okay? So we have these things, energy coming forward, and these tales are coming out. People are starting to speak up, and again, he's got all these lawsuits, this energy coming forward, and people are telling the tale. Okay. The world is watching, okay, and this is consuming his world as well, is what I feel. Queen of Cups, big emotions time, lid is off, all of this stuff is coming out. It's really a feeling like it's kind of rocking his world. I get a feeling of this tightness in the chest, unable to breathe, just this overwhelming anxiety that's starting to come up for him. And he's going to continue to try to defend his actions as he's bleeding people dry. I like this one, the King of Wands here, but you can see it's the vampire. He's got the little blood dripping down here, so blood dripping down. He's bleeding people dry. He's going to continue to try to defend his action of bleeding people dry. Okay? So in the end, it looks like he's not going to learn the lesson, seek the lesson, okay? Now, other people can seek the lesson in this and say, you don't become a slum landlord. You treat people decently, okay? But he is not so easily going to seek this lesson. He's going to have to be paying out quite a bit of money, I feel, in these lawsuits, and he's just stubborn. He's not going to learn the lesson. Okay? He's a con man, a crook. His dad was a con man and crook. His father-in-law's a con man and a crook. And even though he is feeling, like he's getting in a bind in a cage and the walls are closing in, he's going to self-defend his actions and again, not learn his lesson. Okay? And that's what so many of them will do. They don't want to be wrong. You cannot tell me wrong, no matter what. You're the one that's the horrible person. I'm just doing business. He will just self-justify and self-justify and self-justify. He will not look for the lesson in this. he's just going to dig in his heels even more so, okay? And become even more recalcitrant no matter how much it costs him. So, yeah, never going to learn his lesson. And that's why he's married to Ivanka, okay? Daughter of con man, because they're really of the same ilk. These are two birds of a feather for sure. So that's what I get on Jared Kushner. He's again looking for some kind of, by hook or crook, some loophole, hoping against hope he can find some loophole. And as he continues to bleed people dry, he will just continue to try to defend his actions and saying, I'm just being a good businessman. Okay? No remorse, no change. He'll just, I'll pay whatever it is, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. That's what I get for Jared this morning. Pretty, dumb, cute face, dumb as a rock. Okay? We'll never learn his lessons. He's not looking for lessons. He's just going to dig in his heels even further and continue to self-justify that I'm just doing business. This is a good businessman's tactic. No type of empathy, no type of, clueless as to what he is doing to these people's lives. He doesn't care. He doesn't get it. He doesn't want to get it. Okay? He thinks he's so far above these people that they mean nothing. They're like the rats on the sidewalk. They're dispensable. Okay? That's his view. He's a nasty, horrible person. Okay? Nasty, horrible, greedy. He reminds you of a tick, that gets and sucks the blood out of people and leaves a disease in its wake. He's like a tick. Okay. Oh. So I'm going to leave this here. Ivanka can have her little tick man. They deserve each other. We'll just put it that way. And have a great morning.